For this video, I'm going to show you how to create the profile of your coffee mug, incorporating a spline instead of 3-point arcs. We'll start out with something really similar. I'm not going to take the time to draw the construction lines for my overall size. I'm just going to eye this one. So I'm going to start off with a line just above my point of origin. So I do not want to connect to that. Okay. And create my base again. All right, and that's where I want to end my straight lines. So I have the beginning of this base. Now for the outside of my mug here, I want this to be a nice curve. So I'm going to go ahead and choose spline as one of my options. And there are splines and spline points. We're going to want to go with the spline tool. Start at this end point. Now, every place that you click is going to create curves that happen within or between. And you can see how as I move around, the curves on either side, they adjust a little bit also. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and come up here. And to finish spline, this is the tricky part. You need to use the escape key. If you right click and do escape spline, it just disappears. Okay, so that's not very helpful. So I'm gonna try this again, spline, click, and I'm gonna go ahead and draw my line. Okay, and I'm going to hit escape on my keyboard. That way it leaves my spline here. Now, you see blue dots and white dots, okay? The white dots are the anchors to the endpoints. So the blue dots are just, whoop, I have to escape the spline. Okay. If I just grab a blue dot and move it, I can drag it and it's going to adjust my line. And you see how the curve on either side of that node modifies, okay? If I grab a white dot, this is an anchor or a handle. The further I pull it out, the further that curve goes, okay? These are only at the beginning and the end. Other than that, it's completely controlled with the node. So I'm going to go ahead and make my adjustments here to round out the mug the way that I want it. If I wanted to, I could create an extra node in here, okay? All right, I think that looks like an interesting profile for my mug. And at this point, I would go through the same steps that I did before. I would offset all of these sides to create thickness, add a 3-point arc to round off the top portion of this, create fillets to smooth things out, and draw my line to close off my profile.